Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandy, and I am the owner and creator of Boundless Treasures Boutique, and I create tumblers. So, first, let me just say thank you for your patience while I got to spend some time with my new addition to the family, Brooklyn. But I am back. I'm going to try and get back on schedule. And we're going to start with this camper mug here. I know handles can be tricky, so I'm going to kind of walk you through verbally the process. And you'll be able to see all of the materials I used, and I'm going to link everything in the description for you. So I'm going to quit jabbering and we are going to jump right into this tutorial. I hope you guys all love it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, thank you to all my mentorship members and subscribers. You guys are amazing. I just love you so much. So to start, I am using this 20-ounce camper mug from Craft Haven. And what you're seeing here is I am taping off the bottom. The reason I'm doing this is because I have opted to leave the bottom stainless steel. So we are not going to put epoxy or any type of design on the bottom of this particular tumbler. I'm using my cup edging tool from Cami Page Boutique to trim the painter's tape so that way I have a nice even line and everything's all nice and neat and crisp. Now, I will verbally walk you through the process of how I epoxied this cup because I did not film it. I was already running behind, as you guys know, like new baby. It's been a wild ride. So I want to thank you guys for bearing with me. So if you guys want a tutorial that shows you how I epoxied the cup, leaving the bottom stainless steel, just drop it in the comments below and I will make sure that I get that filmed for you guys so that you can see. But I will walk you through that bit. Now, here you'll see I'm doing the process all over again. It was a little low for what I was trying to accomplish, so I just changed the level of my cutting edge tool and had a higher cut on the tape. That's just personal preference. Now, I'll tell you when you're epoxying it, you'll want to make sure that you either retape it or just be very mindful that you're just going to the edge of your design. The first coat I did retape because I was not confident that I would not mess it up. And the second coat I did not. I went all the way down and I did get a little bit down onto the stainless steel, but I just went through with a baby wipe and just got that excess right off. Super easy peasy. Very similar to how you guys have seen me do the stainless steel top rims before. So with that, I sanded it, rubbed it down with some 91% alcohol, and here we are ready to start our vinyl. I am using the Sunburst vinyl from 311 Co. I do have an affiliate code for you guys, which gets you guys a discount. If you guys want to shop any of Wendy's vinyls, they are all insanely beautiful. I have so many that I can't wait to start working with and showing you guys all sorts of different designs. But I'm using the painter's tape here just to kind of create a hinge so that it all stays in place and I can apply my vinyl at an angle. I'm using my squeegee and we're just wrapping this bad boy right around. Now you'll also notice that I went above and below the handle. So we are not having to cut. We're not having to navigate crazy around the handle. This was very, very intentional. And I will tell you, it made it super, super simple. Now you can go over the handle or have it flush to the handle. You'll just want to make sure that you use a very, very sharp crafter's knife. That way you can slice right where that handle is and where your vinyl is meeting. Now, once I have it placed and I like my placement, I'm going to use my cup edging tool. That way it's aligned with where my painter's tape ends, and get that all plumb and square. And I did that on the top and the bottom. Now, once that has been completed, I am going to jump right into making sure that my vinyl does not have any air bubbles. As you can see, I will pop those air bubbles with my crafting knife so that we don't have any lifting of the vinyl as it goes through. Once I've completed that, we are going to move to the next step, which is applying our base coat of our color fix paints. Now, the really cool thing about these, friends, is they, one, have really good coverage, but two, they also act as an adhesive. In this particular video, I'm going to show you UV resin. I will tell you, I was not a fan of this method. I would have preferred to have used my Crystalac glitter glue, epoxy, or just have used the color fix paints. The UV resin took a little bit longer than I had anticipated. It could have been the resin I was using. It could have been the light wasn't close enough. I'm not really sure what the heck took so long, but I ended up having to take it outside the next morning and let the sun do its thing to get it to fully cure. So I'll have to try it again, let you guys know how that works out. But I am covering up the vinyl. Don't want to get any paint on this vinyl. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is the second time I use the Sunburst vinyl. I'm a little obsessed with it. Like the colors, the design, it's just like Wendy just did a fabulous job with this particular print. Absolutely obsessed with it. So much so that I did buy extra sheets of it so that I can use for other projects. But once I get this all taped off, we're going to go ahead and start painting. And then get ready for our next step. Okay, time to add our paints. So the purple color fix paint, the blue is a chalk paint that I got from Walmart. It's a Waverly brand. And I'm just painting this in a diagonal to create an ombre. I'm going to do the same on the handle as well. And I'm using two separate brushes, but then I'm going to blend them while the paints are still wet. I find that this gives, when you're doing like kind of like an ombre or a faded look, it blends it way better when the paints are still wet. I did have to apply 2 coats of each of the paints before we moved on to the glittering step. once that is all dry, we are ready to go in and get our glitter put on. Both the glitters I am using are from PDB. I do have an affiliate link with them as well. If you guys know me, know I love PDB glitters. They're just such great quality, and the finish on them is beautiful. I've always been obsessed with PDB glitter. But before we start glittering, remove all that painter's tape that was protecting the vinyl. You're going to want to put whatever adhesive you decide to use all over your cup, with the exception of the bottom of the stainless steel. Again, like I said, I am using the UV resin. This is from CCDIY. And then I'm using Good Vibes and Girls. Oh my, I can't remember the name. I'm sure I held it up, but I'll make sure that I link it below. But these were from one of the subscription packs that I get each month. Both of them absolutely gorgeous. And I just thought the colors went so well with this particular vinyl. So you can see here, I'm applying quite a bit of UV resin. It's probably about as much as I would use epoxy. So no more than like a milliliter, maybe 2. And we're just spreading this all over the entire cup. Reason being is because I am going to be fading the glitter over the vinyl to cover the harsh edges. And then I'm also going to be trying to create an ombre between the blue and the purple. And then from there, because I'm using the UV, we'll be drawing it with the UV light. And just start applying your glitter. Like I said, I am going very light because we're going to kind of create a fade. And then we can always go back in and build up the coverage as we need. But we want to have a nice roadmap over the vinyl and to create that ombre effect. What I will tell you is, like, the hardest part about all of this was trying to get coverage over the vinyl. In the end, it worked out, and it looks pretty flawless, but I had my doubts as I was glittering here. I just felt like I needed to be, I don't know, more careful. I'm not real sure what was like my roadblock. Maybe it was the UV, not really sure, but I was really very, very mindful when I was using this glitter and trying to get the coverage that I wanted. So from here, we're going to apply the Good Vibes. And again, same kind of concept. We're going to just hold it up fairly high. I've got this probably about 12 inches or so up above, and I'm just very, very lightly tapping so that it cascades from the painted portion onto the vinyl and then into the purple. I will tell you, I really wanted to be careful not to cover. I think that was the problem. I didn't want to cover up the vinyl. It's just too pretty. So once I got everything all glittered, which, as you can see, I am taking my time. Like, this part of the video is sped up so much, and it's still pretty slow just watching it. Oh, my poor baby. She's with her dad. So if you hear her in the background, I promise she's not just somewhere crying. She's being held by her dad, and it's almost time for her to eat. So she's probably hungry. Anywho, so we're going to get this all glittered and finished, and then we are going to jump right in and flatten out our glitter. This will just help with your epoxy application. I only had to apply 2 coats of epoxy to get this smooth. And what I'll tell you is, because I didn't film the epoxy, um, I will tell you, start with your handle when you are doing a handled cup. I always stop my turner and I epoxy the handle very, very light, um, and make sure that I get that really good. And then I just go around the cup as normal, and I will let it spin for probably about 5-10 minutes, and I will come back and I will check at the base of the handle, so where the handle meets the cup, and I will just make sure that it is not pulling. If it does have pulling, I'll just swipe it away and then let it spin for a few more minutes and then come back and double check. Um, but with that, friends, um, that's it. And here's how she turned out. I absolutely love, love, love this cup. Um, I wasn't sure that it was going to turn out the way I thought it was, but really, really pleased with how it did. So with that, friends, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please follow me on all my socials and join my free Facebook group. I also have a mentorship group, and I'll post that link in the description. But until next time, bye now.